Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to online classes of History and Civics. And today we are going to start chapter 4 of History named the Judiciary. My dear students, today we will cover these points in our video class. First is Indian Judiciary. Second is Supreme Court. Third is Power and Functions. In Power and Functions we will study judicial function, in that original judiciary function and appellate judiciary function. Now second is advisory function and administrative function. So let's start with Indian Judiciary. Indian Judiciary. The judiciary system of India is law and rules stated for the welfare of the citizens. It is responsible to ensure and reinforce the law and order. Judicial system or court system is also known as judiciary system. The court has power to make decision and also enforce the law, solve dispute. Judiciary system consists of judges and other magistrates. They form the bench or the core of judiciary system. On 26 January 1950, the Indian Constitution was written and it's world's largest constitution written. The Constitution is the source of law in India and also the supreme law of India. Indian judicial system or judicial system of India consists of Supreme Court, High Court, District Court or subordinate courts. Judiciary, as we know, is the third pillar of the democracy. It interprets the laws and applies them to resolve disputes that arise between individual citizens, between the states of India, center and state or more than one state. Supreme Court of India. Under the Constitution of India, the Supreme Court is the final court of appeal. Hence has the Chief Justice of India, including 30 judges, other judges for advisory jurisdiction. Unsolved or still dispute cases are leveled up to the Supreme Court to retain justice. If the Supreme Court declares a law, it is binding on all other courts of all states and union territory. Every court building has 50 court rooms. He is Justice Sharad Arvind Bobde, CJI of India, Chief Justice of India. A Chief Justice who is appointed by the President heads the Supreme Court and other judges are appointed by the President in consultation with Chief Justice. The President administrates the oath of office to all of them. So on your screen, who is there? It is the picture of Chief Justice of India, Justice Sharad Arvind Bobde, Justice S.A. Bobde. Now in simple language we can say the Supreme Court of India is the premier judicial court under the Constitution of India. It is the highest constitutional court and has the power of judicial review. Means whatever the decision had been taken by the High Court or other courts can be reviewed by the Supreme Court, consisting of the Chief Justice of India and a maximum number of judges, 34. It has extensive powers in the form of original, appellate and advisory function. Now we should study about the power and functions of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is the apex court of the country, means highest court of the country. It has judicial, administrative and advisory function. In addition, it also acts as a court of record. But today we have first point to discuss is judicial function of Supreme Court. Judicial function has its two types. First is original jurisdiction and second is appellate jurisdiction. Original jurisdiction is that type of jurisdiction in which some cases come directly to the court without being taken to any other court, such as case of dispute between central government and state government, case between two state governments, dispute between center and more than one or two states, case relating to the violation of your fundamental rights, case between dispute between for the election of president or vice president. So these all come under the original jurisdiction. Appellate jurisdictions are the jurisdictions where Supreme Court is the highest court, as you know, and it can hear appeal against the decision of the High Court or any other lower court in the civil and criminal cases both. An appeal can be made in the Supreme Court against the decision of any other court also. In that condition, a person is required to a person who is having a punishment sentence by any subordinate court or a high court is awarded as a death sentence by the High Court can be appealed in Supreme Court of India. Then other one is the High Court withdraws a criminal case from a lower court and awards the death sentence. Third is the High Court certifies that the case is only fit to appeal in the Supreme Court. Means the case level is much beyond from the level of the High Court and it should be only discussed in or appeal in the Supreme Court. So in that condition, High Court itself transfer the case to the Supreme Court. Now we will discuss about the administrative function of the Supreme Court. Administrative function, as you know, Supreme Court is the guardian of the Constitution. So it's Supreme Court's duty to uphold the sanctity of the Constitution, and if the government passes any law and any order is violating the Constitution, so Supreme Court has power to declare the law unconstitutional and null and void. Means that law cannot be implemented in the country if Supreme Court is going to say that law is unconstitutional. Then, as you know, Supreme Court is also the guardian of fundamental rights, and when fundamental rights of citizen is encroached upon by the government, so Supreme Court can interfere in that, and Supreme Court can pass writs and orders to protect the fundamental right of anyone. Then a writ, what you will ask me in that, what is writ? A writ is a form of written command in which, in the name of court or other legal authority to act in a particular way, it is issued by the Supreme Court to make the right constitutional remedies. Means if Supreme Court wants, in that condition, Supreme Court will make a remedy in any of the law with the help of writ. So there are 5 types of writs also: habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, creteri, and quo warranto. Mandamus is a Latin word which means we command. Then in that, mandamus is an order from the Supreme Court or a High Court that to the lower court or a tribunal public authority to perform public and other duties. This writ command is issued by Supreme Court. Then if we will talk about the habeas corpus, prohibition, creteri, and quo warranto are the other writs which are issued to these commands of other kinds. So these all are the administrative functions of the Supreme Court. Let's start advisory functions. Advisory functions of the Supreme Court is like this: the President of India may refer any question to law or public matter to the importance of Supreme Court for taking advice. So for legal advice, President can take advice from the judges of Supreme Court. Legal advice from the Supreme Court may also be sought out by any government department, the legislature or the council of ministers. They all can take advice from the from the Supreme Court. It is the advisory function that any of the government officials and departments such as councils of ministers and presidents can take advice or may refer any question of law to the Supreme Court. So dear students, today we have finished these topics in our video class. Indian Judiciary, Supreme Court, power and functions of Supreme Court, in which we have studied about judiciary function, administrative function and advisory function. In our next video class, we will study about that which court is known as Court of Records, about High Court, power and function of High Courts and subordinate courts. Till then, have a nice day and thank you.